They say the market is a mirror. It reflects not price, but human nature. And the cruelest part of that reflection is how easily it fools us. Every great market trap begins with one thing, the first move. That sudden surge, that rush of green on your screen that whispers, "You're missing it." But here's the secret very few traders live long enough to learn. That first move, it's not opportunity, it's bait. When I was alive, I saw millions made and lost on Wall Street, fortunes built overnight only to vanish before morning. And if you trace those losses back far enough, you'll almost always find the same mistake. Someone believed the first move was real. So, before I tell you why the market does this, before I tell you how it lures you in, pause this thought for one moment. If you've ever jumped into a trade too early, if you've ever watched a breakout reverse and crush you within minutes, then what I'm about to say might just save you from making the same mistake again. But first, my friend, if you find meaning in these lessons, if you want to understand the psychology behind every trap the market sets, then hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it with someone who trades beside you, and comment below where in the world you're watching from. Because somewhere out there, another trader needs this truth, and you might be the reason they see it. Now, let me tell you a story. I was 21 when I first realized the market was not a game of numbers, but of nerves. The tape flashed, a stock jumped 3 points in a heartbeat, and I pounced. The speed, the excitement. It felt alive, electric. For a few minutes, I thought I'd caught something special. But as the sun set that day, my profits turned to dust. It was then I began to suspect something. The market rewards those who wait and punishes those who chase. You see, the first move exists to test your patience, not your prediction. It asks you, can you sit still while everyone else rushes in? Because if you can't, then the market will take your money as tuition. That's the truth nobody tells beginners. That the game isn't about being first. It's about being right after everyone else is wrong. In those early years, I chased every movement. I mistook noise for truth, speed for opportunity, and reaction for foresight. I was a slave to excitement, and excitement is the most expensive addiction in speculation. One day I watched a railroad stock leap upward, and it was fast, dramatic, full of promise. I thought I'd finally found the one and the start of a great bull run. I bought heavily, too heavily. Within hours, the rally collapsed, and I was left holding nothing but regret. And that's when the realization hit me. The first move isn't real until the market proves it. Everything before that is illusion, built to make you believe. The professionals know this. They engineer it. They start a move to see how many impulsive hands follow. They watch you chase, buy, panic, and they sell into your emotion. Every early buyer is liquidity, and every liquidity event is profit for someone else. So remember this. When the market moves fast, it isn't calling you. It's testing you. The market is not chaos, and it's human emotion disguised as price action. And nothing exposes human emotion faster than the first move. When prices explode upward, greed whispers, "You'll miss the run." When they collapse, fear screams, "Sell before it's too late." Both are lies. The first move is a lie. It's the market's way of asking, who among you still trades with your heart instead of your head? That's why so many fail. They think trading is about analysis. But analysis means nothing if your emotions are louder than your logic. When I learned to wait, truly wait, everything changed. I discovered that every major move in history had one common rhythm: a false start, a shakeout, and then the real move. That pattern repeats because human nature never changes. Most traders want confirmation too soon. They don't realize that patience is the only real edge. You can read 1,000 charts, study 100 indicators, but none of it matters if you can't sit on your hands when the first candle lights up the screen. You see, when the first move hits, the professionals are watching you. They're not guessing, they're gauging reaction. They're looking for excitement, and when they find it, they fade it. That's the cruel elegance of the game. I remember watching the 1907 panic unfold. I saw people lose fortunes because they mistook noise for direction. Every small bounce they called the bottom. Every dip they screamed reversal. But the real move only began after the market had exhausted the impatient. The truth is, a trend isn't confirmed by price, it's confirmed by behavior. When a move begins and holds, when reactions are small and orderly, when dips are bought quietly, that's strength. Until then, every surge is just a test of your discipline. Patience, not prediction, determines survival. So the next time you see a sudden breakout, ask yourself, who's driving this, insiders or the crowd? And if it's the crowd, it won't last. If it's the professionals, they'll confirm it with sustained strength, not just one dramatic burst. That's how I survived after losing millions, by waiting for the second confirmation, the market's repetition of truth. Because truth doesn't rush, only deception does. And if this message resonates with you, if you've ever been caught chasing that can't miss move only to watch it reverse, then take a moment. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment below with the word patience. Let me know if you felt that sting. You're not alone. Every great trader has. But the difference between those who quit and those who rise is who learns to wait for the second move. The market has a cruel way of teaching. It never speaks directly, only through repetition, pain, and silence. Its lessons aren't written in books or whispered by mentors. They're carved into your memory with losses you never forget. Every time you chase too early, it punishes you. Every time you wait and confirm, it rewards you, quietly, modestly, consistently. That's why I say this to every trader who will listen. The greatest skill you can ever develop isn't timing, it's temperament. Timing can be luck. Temperament is discipline, and you can't control the market, but you can control how quickly you believe it. That's where most fail. They believe too soon. The first move is the market's story. The second move is the evidence. And between those two lies the graveyard of most traders' accounts. Amateurs live for excitement. Professionals live for confirmation. I learned that distinction not in theory, but in blood. I remember once, years ago, there was a move in cotton. Everyone was talking about it. It had rallied hard, the kind of movement that makes the ticker tape glow like fire. The room was buzzing, brokers shouting, speculators sweating, everyone chasing the thrill. And I sat there, still, because I knew that first rush, that explosive jump, was the market's test. It was asking, do you still fall for the bait? I didn't. Not that time. I had fallen before, too many times to count. But that day, I waited. And then it happened. The market pulled back. The amateurs panicked, sold their early buys, called it a fakeout. But when it refused to collapse, when the price held firm through that correction, that's when I knew. That's when I acted. And that patience, that single moment of waiting for proof, made me more money than all my earlier impulsive trades combined. It wasn't luck. It was confirmation. It was discipline forged through pain. See, patience doesn't feel heroic. It feels boring. It feels like doing nothing while others make noise. But that boredom, that stillness, is where real mastery lives. Because most traders don't lose for lack of a strategy. They lose for lack of silence. They can't stand the stillness between noise and truth. And they crave motion. They crave action. And the market knows this. It feeds on it. It gives them what they want, but always with a price tag attached. The first move is the illusion, and the second move is the invitation. And only the patient ever make it to the table. That's why, to this day, I warn every trader. If you chase the first move, you'll pay tuition forever. But if you wait for the second, you'll earn interest on patience for the rest of your career. It's not poetic. It's arithmetic. Losses compound faster than profits when driven by emotion. But patience compounds silently, invisibly, until one day you wake up and realize it was your greatest edge all along. And I mean this with every fiber of experience I have. The market will always tempt you with urgency. It will whisper, act now or you'll miss it. But urgency is a lie. It's the voice of fear dressed as opportunity. Don't let it fool you. Don't let it drag you from observation into reaction. Let the amateurs rush into the flame, and let them provide the liquidity that feeds your patience. Because you are not here to chase excitement. You are here to master endurance. The market rewards the few who learn to wait when everything inside them screams to move. It rewards those who can stand still in the noise, who can watch chaos unfold and feel nothing. Because in the end, the trader who survives, the trader who thrives, is not the one who predicts the move. It's the one who waits until the move reveals its truth. Every fakeout is a question. Do you really understand me? And every patient decision is an answer. I've seen this before. So my final warning to you, not as a legend or a name from history, but as a man who lived through both glory and ruin, is this. Don't fall for the first move. They're traps. They always have been and they always will be. The market will always whisper, but you don't have to answer until it repeats itself. If this message found you at the right time, If it resonated somewhere deep in that space between frustration and focus, then do one thing for me. Subscribe to this channel for more lessons drawn from a lifetime of triumphs and tragedies. Like this video so others can discover it when they need it most, and share it with one trader, just one, who's still chasing noise instead of truth. Then comment below. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me what the market has taught you about patience. Because this community we're building here, it's not about luck. It's not about hype. It's about learning to listen when the market speaks, and to stay silent when it lies. Remember this: the first move will always call your name. It will promise riches, adventure, opportunity. But the wise, they don't answer that call right away. They wait, they observe, they listen for the echo, the repetition that separates truth from trap. And when they finally act, they're not guessing anymore, they're confirming. And that's why they win. Not because they're faster or smarter, but because they waited for the market to tell the truth twice. That's how legends are made. That's how traders survive, and that's how you will too.